Lauren is making a sister canvas, by the way, today with the matching quote.
I'm going to be making a sister canvas, meaning this canvas that we have on here is to the people who look at the stars and wish. And then I'm going to make the sister canvas that says, to the stars, let me think of the exact quote.
It's beautiful.
To the stars, I'll have to look it up.
I'm looking it up for you.
To the stars and dreams that come true, I think.
To the people who look at the stars
and wish. And then the sister quote should be to the stars and to the stars who listen and the dreams that happen, I think.
Okay, hold on.
To the stars that listen, I know for a fact. And then there's a dash.
The people who look at the stars and wish, to the stars who listen and the dreams that are answered.
Dreams that are answered. I couldn't remember if it was happened or answered.
Okay.
So we are going to be creating this beautiful canvas. Let's go overhead. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take this moon and put it on the top half of the canvas and the words on the bottom. So when they sit next to each other, it's opposite.
Iconic.
Yes.
Iconic.
Yes. It's going to be so cute.
I love it.
Yes.
I love a coordinating canvas moment.
I do too. With that being said, should we use the same colors?
No.
No?
I feel like you should use the warm colors.
These that we've got on the table?
Don't you? If you want, we don't have any more navy, by the way. That's why we...
Okay.
Oh, wait, there's navy right there.
This is navy.
Is that the color?
This is more like a gray, bluey gray, but it's okay. We'll just use this. Okay. It'll be beautiful.
Okay.
So we are doing a reverse canvas. So obviously you are going to need a canvas. Now, the quote, Anne, came from A Court of Thorn and Roses, one of my favorite series. It actually came from A Court of Mist and Fury, I'm pretty sure is the book that one come from. Mm-hmm. That is third book? I have to think. Anyway.
Lord, I don't even know.
Anyway, so the supplies that you are going to need is a canvas, obviously. We have a canvas here. Now, you can recreate this with a Dollar Tree canvas. I'm just going to be completely honest. We could not find canvases at our Dollar Tree right now. I don't know why.
They didn't have the ones with the thick border, and that's the ones that we were going to use.
Yeah.
They have them.
It's like
They're there.
we had
not
one.
Ours.
We had one from them, but then because we create a thumbnail and then recreate it with you, we were going to have to use a second one, so we could not find the second one. So just so you guys know, you can recreate them from the ones at Dollar Tree. Like I said, we couldn't personally find them at our Dollar Tree, and you can't order online in smaller quantities anymore.
Unfortunately.
Or not right now, at least. So we're actually using one from Hobby Lobby. I know for a fact that you can get these in a 2-pack for like less than $10. I know for a fact you can get these, and these are a pretty big canvas. If I'm not mistaken, this is a 9x13, I think.
It looks like a 9x13.
Let's double check. Oh, it's even bigger.
Nice.
Looks like a 12x16.
Karen, we're talking about A Court of Thorns and Roses series.
Yes. So, obviously, we'll go back overhead. You're going to need your canvas. You're going to need heat transfer vinyl, okay? And this is what we are going to be putting this on with. So you do need heat transfer vinyl. You are going to need some stain. Today we are using this aged wheat stain. Of course, we have gloves for our stain. We are going to be using, now these tools are going to be, you choose what you think is going to work best. There's a couple different ways that you can take the canvases off the frame and re-stretch them. I personally normally take and I'll show you, we'll flip it over. You can see there's lots and lots of staples. If you want to, you can just cut this out, or you can take some tools and you can kind of pry these staples up and then take them out with needle nose pliers, whichever one you want. If you want to cut it, you will need a true control knife just to cut around the edges. That's going to be totally your preference. And then, of course, we do have a staple gun to staple our canvas back in there. And I'm checking right now to see if we need any staples. Nope, we're good. So we do have the staple gun to staple our canvas back onto our frame once we get it off. And then we have just a standard grip mat for our HTV.
Not that standard.
That's not that standard, but
Donna literally took the thoughts out of my brain. She said, that's a lighter stain than you normally use. It's because Mary Catherine brought that stain in here.
I know.
But me and Lauren always pick Early American.
We always pick Early American.
It's nice, like, to have some variation. Like, I appreciate the variation.
Yep. And then of course we have a mini easy press that we're going to be using to put the HTV onto the canvas. So it looks like there's a lot, but guys, these are things that you probably already have sitting around your house. Other than the canvas, you may not have the canvas, but other than that, these are all things that you can just do with what you have. So let's start out. First of all, the first thing I want to do is I want to start out by taking our canvas off of our frame and showing you guys how to do that. That way we can go ahead and stain our frame. So by the time that we're done, it should be dry and we can go ahead and reassemble everything, okay? So we'll go back overhead and we're gonna start the process. So there's a couple different ways that you can do this, and I want to show you these different ways. So I have right here a really small flathead screwdriver. This is just what we have. I keep it in my drawer. I use it for so many different things. And really what I'm going to do is just kind of pry this up just enough where you can come back in with a set of like needle nose pliers and pull it up. So you can do that. Here you can see once you have it up, I just come in with a set of needle nose pliers and take it out. Now the reason that I do it this way, or I have done it this way in the past, is because I feel like I get a better stretch on my canvas if there's nothing there obscuring. So like if you cut it, this is gonna be there. It's just a personal preference. So if you want to, once again, this does take longer prying them up like this. So what we may do is just so you all have both options. There we go. Turn that around. So if you want to, you can cut it. And if you plan on cutting your canvas, grab you a true control knife and just cut on the outside. Oh, I was like, what is that? Cut on the outside of the staples. So you can see here now, you do have to cut pretty deep. One thing I want you all to not worry about, don't worry about ruining this side of the canvas, because this is now going to be the back of the canvas once we get done. So I'm just going to cut all the way around on the outside, okay, outside of the staples.
And that's a nice sharp X-Acto knife. It should be.
I think so. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful.
Kelly says my favorite screwdriver is the butter knife.
Yes, yes. That's a really good screwdriver. Love that one.
Listen, whatever works, you know.
Used it more than once.
Leanne, we're so happy you're here. She said she's so thrilled she can attend live today.
Yay! Okay, once you have your canvas cut, all you're going to have to do then is come through here, and we are just going to separate it away from our frame.
Beautiful.
Now here you can see I have this. I'm just going to go ahead and grab this side of the canvas, and I'm just going to rip it up and leave those staples in there.
Oh my gosh, Michelle just reminded me of something. Only one Dollar Tree in New Jersey is closing. Not sure about the other Dollar Generals though. But listen, I saw an article that said Dollar Tree is closing. They're like closing some of their stores.
Well, I did read that article, and I think what they're doing is they are probably just downsizing. So like, for example, we have 2 Dollar Trees in our town, one on the west end, one on this end.
And one in the middle of town. Oh wait.
The other one is in
Jeff City, yeah.
So there's 2 in our town. So I have a feeling that there's a good chance that they're just going to close locations that aren't as profitable. Like the one in the middle of town probably doesn't get as many people as the one on this side.
I don't know.
I don't know though. That is literally just my speculation.
I hope they don't close any of ours. I like having options.
Same.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to prep my area to get it ready to stain. I like to lay down some paper towels just to be on the safe side, guys.
You never know.
This table has already seen enough destruction. We don't need to destroy it even more.
Don't get stain on your sweatshirt.
I know. God, this is making me nervous now. Making me nervous.
You need an apron is all.
I know. Let me just go ahead and pull my sleeves up. And we're going to start staining. Now, Mary Catherine has a brush out here. I normally personally don't use a brush. I normally use a
cloth.
An old t-shirt. I cut a piece of an old t-shirt off and use, this is I don't think I've ever used this stain.
I don't think I have either.
It's like look at this.
Oh.
It looks like a paint.
It's going to look like that one, though.
I mean, it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep some paper towels handy to wipe it off with.
Yeah.
So I'm putting my gloves on. Somebody said, the last thing I read said that most of the stores are being closed are going to be a Family Dollar. That is interesting that you say that, Sandy, because there's a store going up in the town, and it's across from Cherokee. It's Family Dollar and Dollar Tree together.
Ah.
Same store.
Interesting.
Yes.
Maybe they'll call it Family Tree.
Family Tree, I don't know. No, it's like it is like you know how they used to have Long John Silver's and A&W in the same building? It's very much similar to that.
Is there a defined threshold?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Remember when our Walmart used to be connected to our mall?
Oh, I was literally just talking about that to somebody. I miss those days.
I hardly remember
miss going to the mall because our Walmart used to be connected to our mall. I miss going to Walmart when it was connected to okay. Oh. Okay. You said it's supposed to look like that?
I'm assuming that. Is it dark?
Yep.
I can't hardly see it. Oh, it's like a gray.
Yeah.
Just commit. Do you want me to get some different HTV colors?
It's okay.
I can get some complimentary. That's not going to look good with that.
Maybe
you want a darker stain?
Maybe I'm using too much on... Maybe I should have used... Do you think she used the... Let's try this. Nope, it's still pretty dark.
Huh.
I've never used a brush for stain.
I don't know that I have either, but it's not a bad.
No.
Like because you can apply it with the brush and then wipe it off with a paper towel or a rag or something.
Okay. It's not a huge factor. Okay, well, it's done. Do I like it? No.
I don't hate it. I think it'll look better once it's fine.
It's not fine, and that's okay that you said that it's not fine. I don't know what happened. I probably should have sanded it, number one.
It's possible.
And I should have just told you to get Early American.
This is why we use Early American all the time.
So, yeah.
We're committed to Early American.
This is why we use Early American. I'm going to set this to the side. Oh, not going to do Oh, y'all. Okay.
Man.
I'm going to set this on the floor. Away from me.
Okay.
First thing we're going to do while this is turning on, I am going to grab this frame, and you want to measure the inside of this frame really quickly to get the dimensions. So I know I said it was a 12 by, what did I say, a 12 by 16? Mm-hmm. But we want to work within So this is 9 3/4. I can go ahead and make it 9 3/4 by, let's do 13 3/4. That's the area that you want to work in. Why is the computer not working?
You guys know how at the beginning of the lab we said there's always those projects. This is what happens. And you can't pick it. The universe picks it. Okay, the universe picks the projects that just try to not be on the channel. We've had like 2 or 3 since I've been here. This is one of them. And this is what happens.
We are going to build this together. So the font that we're going to be using today is going to be, what just happened? Are you kidding me? Okay, we're using Celine from Maker's Gonna Learn, and this is Moon and Stars. It is a cut file. Now it is different colors, as you guys can see. Beautiful. And you can see all of the different colors are different layers. So we're gonna hop back over to the Maker's Gonna Learn website in just a minute. Don't know what all of, oh, that was from, let's go ahead and close
From the master class, if you guys missed it.
Yeah. So we're gonna hop over to our website. Are we signed in? Yes, we are. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to grab the font Celine. First of all, Artful Ink. Are you kidding me? Look at this new font.
I used it for...
I am obsessed.
Yeah, I used it for something in the course today.
It is fully like, is it neoclassic? No, it's the, it's neo-traditional, isn't it? The traditional art or traditional tattoos.
Yes.
American classic. Traditional
American
tattoo.
traditional, yeah.
American traditional classic. Obsessed with it, okay?
I love it.
Okay. Celine is the font we're using today. This one here, to download a font from our website, you're gonna click the arrow pointing down. It's going to come in as a zip file. You're gonna double click it. Here it pops up. You need to double click it. It comes in as an OTF. You need to double click that. Karen, you're so sweet. You keep that.
Oh my goodness.
I love. So you're gonna install the font, okay? From there, you do have to, once you install a new font, you do have to reload Cricut Design Space for it to recognize the new fonts. But before we do that, I'm gonna come back over to our website and we're gonna go to our cut files and we are going to type in Moon and Stars. Okay, so we're gonna download this file. Once again, it comes in as a zip because you can use it. If you open up this folder, you see you have the option for a PNG and an SVG. Because we are cutting this with HTV, we are gonna need the SVG version. So we're gonna hop back over to Design Space. We're gonna go to our upload folder. We're going to upload image. And then we are going to drag and drop this SVG into here. Boop, there you go. You're going to click continue and upload that to Cricut. And you can see here, it comes in, it actually comes in almost the perfect size for what we're doing, but I'm gonna show you guys how to really place it where you want it. Now, for the font Celine, if you have not used it on your computer yet and you need for Cricut to recognize it, what you can do is go to View and reload Design Space, and that is going to pull in all of the new fonts that you've downloaded. Now, we all actually already have Celine on this, so I'm not gonna go through that whole process right now, but that's what you would do if you are wanting to re-download, okay? So, next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull in our shape. If you remember, I took a measurement of the inside of our frame a while ago, and it was, we're gonna unlock our square. It was 9 3/4 by 13 3/4. And this is going to be the size of the canvas that we're working on. So this is gonna help you determine how large or how small something can go. I always like going to advance and like changing it to the color that I need. And let's do this cream color right here. beautiful.
And you can use the white or the cream side of that canvas, right?
You can use the white or cream.
Because
I personally like the cream side better if you're doing HTV, just because there's like a coating on this side.
I was about to say,
I don't know
coated.
how well the HTV would go on this.
It'll stick.
Yeah.
I know it'll stick, but I just, yeah, I think I like that ivory side too.
I really like the ivory side personally.
And really, you can use either one.
But you can use the cream, or you could use the white, whichever one. So, anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this to the front. And if you guys didn't know what I just did, let me go overhead and show you something. So this is obviously a Mac or an Apple keyboard, but if you look, go to share screen. So if you go to arrange, did you guys know that these little things over here on the side tells you what shortcut keys you need to click? And that is how I have personally leveled up my designing, is by using shortcut keys. So back overhead to our keyboard, I always hit Command and then either this one bracket or this bracket to bring it front to back. So the left bracket takes it back on your screen and the right bracket brings it front. And then go to the share screen. Watch how you can see it's in the very front now. I'm hitting Command and hitting the left bracket, and watch it move down. And then the right bracket brings it to the top.
Love that.
One of my favorite things.
Yeah.
100% one of my favorite things, okay? So what we're gonna do now is we are just going to start building our canvas. So now I'm gonna bring in the text. We are using the font Celine, so we have to go to our system fonts, type in Celine right here. So our first one said, to the people who look at the stars and wish, and this one is going to say, to these stars that listen. And then I think it's this. And then it says, to the stars that listen and the dreams that happen.
Please hold.
To the stars that
To
listen.
the people who look at the stars and wish. To the stars who listen, dash, and the dreams that are answered.
That are answered.
I just know Sarah J. Maas was like, dang, that was good. She was like, I need to go take a laugh. Like, that was good. When she wrote that, she was like, that is
100%.
money quote right there.
Money quote.
Going on the merch for show.
Yeah. Now, first of all, something about this doesn't feel right to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to ungroup this to lines. So now I can really move this around where I want it. And I think I need to, honestly, I think I need to size it down first. So I'm going to hold down either Shift or Command and select all of these. And I'm going to size them all down together. That way they're all the same size font. Now what I can do is, our first one had the moon down here in the bottom. So I want to select all of these. And I want the words in the bottom, and I want the moon. I'm going to do it this way, I think. Do I want it that way, or do I want it? I don't know. We're going to play around with it. We're going to play around with it, okay? So just hold, please.
I feel like it needs to be, you need to put the bottom part at the top, but still have it facing the same way. It's like fatter at the bottom of the moon, and that's why I think it looks weird.
What do you mean? So this is fatter on this side, so it needs to be, what are you saying?
Flip it both. Okay, now flip it again. Flip it like horizontal once and flip it vertical once. And then flip it. I need it.
That's back to where we were. Like that? That side or that side?
That side looks better to me, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, we're going to play around with it. We're going to play around, okay? But if you look, let's go overhead. This one is on this side, and I'm creating a sister canvas. So I want the moon to be in this corner. So that would be right. But now it's just placing my words where I want them.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this needs to be on a different line, and then we need to advance ungrouped lines to the stars that listen.
Like kind of hug it in.
Yeah, I think the needs to be on the same word as and. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type the here, take out the here. Burp. And the dreams that are answered, and bring this down like this. Scooch it more like that.
It looks upside down. It looks upside down. The moon looks like upside down.
Okay. So let's do this, this.
And then rotate it that way.
Like that?
I think.
You feeling better about it?
It's delayed for me. But from here, that looks better in my opinion.
Okay, I like.
Do you think so?
I like.
Okay.
Okay, so now that we have kind of placed it where we want it, and that's the cool thing is ungrouping to lines gives you the chance to really move things around, because I didn't want everything to be like this. Like, I don't like how everything's straight on here. I like filling up space and moving like lines separate and staggering lines. And that's just a personal preference.
It's just like fun for your eyes to read and follow, I think.
Yeah, and I need to put a period there, okay? So we're leaving as is. Now what we need to do is we need to select all of our text here, because if we don't select it and we don't combine it, when we go to make it, it's all gonna be separate. So because we have ungrouped to lines, you can see here on the layers panel that they're all separate layers, okay? Now what we need to do is we need to bring them back together. Now that we have them exactly where we want them, we need to come down here to combine and unite them all back together. And now you can see they all come to one layer. So now we know once we send it to Design Space, it's going to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I feel like, do we want it angled the same way like this, but just different sides?
Well, somebody said you should just use stars. But we need to teach you guys how to layer this moon. That's the most important part of this tutorial, other than the reverse canvas. I feel like layering the different colors is like the key here.
Okay.
I like it down there better, personally. And you can like stagger them when you hang them.
Yeah.
You know? Like if you hung them up, just stagger them. Yeah.
But like also looking at these two together, imagine a moon being in this corner, like the two bottom corners.
Yeah.
Okay. Personal preference, guys.
Exactly.
Personal preference. You guys can make it however you want. This is how we're going to do it today. Anne says, why not attach? What's the difference? Great question. Let me show you. So let's go back to where we united. Let's go ahead, undo unite, and let's attach them. So now we have attached them. We're going to go to make it. La da 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 da. Give it a second. Not there. Attach will do the same thing. So I just wanted to show you guys that attach will do the same thing, but I'm done with this, so I do like to just go ahead and combine it. I don't know. It's just, once again, it's a personal preference.
Right.
Whichever one you want to do. If you want to attach or if you want to combine, both of them works. So either one. Now that we have it exactly where we want it, I no longer need the background, our tan color, so I'm gonna delete that, and I'm actually gonna come over here on, okay, Design Space. Why are we not moving? Oh, now it decided
there
to
it goes.
move. I'm gonna go ahead and hide this, both of these. so that we can go ahead and cut. And I actually think that was just a smidgen bigger. Beautiful. Okay, so now once we've done that, we are going to make it. Now I'm not attaching the moon to the words. And the reason being is because they're not gonna be cut out of the same, actually, we can cut the same. Let's go back. Because I do want to do, we're gonna hit the arrow down, and the little stars, these guys right here, we are actually going to be, that is gonna be cut out of navy blue, and the words are also gonna be cut out of navy blue. Because that's what she's done on here.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do to help us keep it more centered is we are going to take the stars portion, and with the shift key held down, we are going to select the words, and we are going to, you can either attach or combine, but we are going, are you kidding me? Oh, it was because it was grouped. Okay, first of all, first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna ungroup these, okay? We're gonna ungroup. Then with the stars and the words, we're going to attach. Now you see nothing changes, they're the same color, but once we go to the make it screen, our words and our stars are gonna be together, not that one, but you see how the words and the stars are gonna be together, so we can lay these down first and then layer our little gold stars and our swirling dervishes. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Swirling dervishes.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, okay.
Okay. No, we're gonna attach those all together. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mirror every single, can't think, matte mirror, because we're using HTV. Changing it from 12 to 24 to 12 to 12. Literally hate that part, but okay. And mirroring everything. Beautiful. So, after we've done that, I'm going to cut the words and these stars out first, because that's going to be our first layer. So we're gonna go to continue. I'm gonna move this out of the way, bring in our mats.
Have y'all been noticing the layers panel is a little weird lately in Design Space, or is it just me? It's been like hiding my layers. I don't want it to hide them unless I tell it to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so like if something's grouped together, it won't show you all of the different groups.
No. It gets on my nerves.
Because you have to push the down arrow.
Yeah, you gotta like go and click
I know.
it. I just want it to be how it always is. I just want to be able to see it, you know?
I know. Oh, there it is. First of all, let's move this bad boy out of the way. Okay, I'm just burnishing that down. We are going to be using Everyday Iron-On cut setting.
Griffmodo says you are a star. Griffmodo is my husband.
Griffmodo, you missed it earlier. I think I'm gonna do what's supposed to be the yellow, like shiny stars in this rose gold color.
Yeah,
and the swirly dirds.
That name.
Okay, do you want to know where I got the word swirling dervish?
Yeah.
Asher is obsessed and has a paper airplane book, and we do paper airplanes, and one of the paper airplanes is called a swerving dervish.
I'm gonna be. Okay, let's see. That's funny.
Okay, I'm trying to find my cut lines so that I can cut away the excess. I wish I could tell you guys exactly how many times I've used a true control knife and cut through my design from me doing this. Number one.
In Canva, you can add an outline to things, but you can't create like a separate layer offset, if that makes sense. Okay, I'll say this. There are ways to do it.
Yes.
Is that Angela that was asking that?
The Canva question,
Angela, just message me. Email us at hi@makersgonnalearn, and I'll send you a little tutorial on that. If you're trying to make something, I can help you.
A little tutorial.
A tutorial.
Okay.
Someone's asking about the Lock Lick by HTV Ront. No, I don't think it'll be a competition to Cricut.
The what?
The Lock Lick. I think it's the new cutting machine from HTV Ront. Am I right?
I don't know.
I don't think many things hold a candle to Cricut. in terms of their machines.
Let's talk openly here with each other, and let's talk about, because we have had quite a few people that are looking at other machines, and if you want me to be completely honest with you guys, I feel like there are lots of people out there who have tried to compete with Cricut with cutting machines. I think there is one brand that has probably come the closest to actually making a dent in like Cricut, and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's Silhouette.
Me too.
Just my personal opinion.
It's like Cricut and then Silhouette.
Right.
Pretty much.
Now, I did see some people have purchased the StarCraft machine. The Caesar machine is not a bad machine.
The Caesar machine is, the machine
is great. And I know that everybody has, like, software is expensive, period. Like, purchasing, like, creating software takes so much time and so much energy. And I'm not saying that in the future that Caesar's software won't be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just saying, as far as user friendliness and beginners, if you do not have a design degree, it's just, Cricut is just very user friendly, like beginner friendly. Okay, now when you are weeding letters this thin, you cannot just come in here all willy-nilly like and be jerking it off. Anyway, what I'm saying, what I was getting at, guys, is there is a chance that you might pull the vinyl up and stretch it.
Okay.
I'm trying to weed all these little things out. I'm sorry, guys. It's just so many little tiny pieces right through here. Mm-hmm. It's like getting on my nerves a little bit. Okay. It's about to be good enough. Oh, no. Let me get that tea. Okay. Okay, guys. First part done. Here's the little stars. And then we're going to put this guy on here. Let's make sure that it fits over here. Oh, here. Edit goes over to, it goes over to this. Okay, once again, trying to find where the stars are and not cut any of them off, but also cut the excess of, oh good, okay. Okay. Oh, there's a little tiny one right there. Okay. This is the one part that is just not my favorite because you all know that I don't like to waste material. So, like, I feel like I have to try. You know what? We're just doing it across there. Okay. Good deal. Good deal, Lucille.
I think Brooks was watching the live because he said HR is going to have to talk to us.
Is he HR? Cutting off the last little bit. We're going to weed this out. Beautiful. And then we're going to start layering, guys. Are you about ready to layer?
Yes. Well, heck for.
The more you know. I mean, I say that. They did back in the day.
Other stuff.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now, because this looks wild and crazy, so it's hard for me to remember exactly what it looks like. So I like to go back to Design Space and kind of get an idea where everything is supposed to be. So like I know that these two dots, I know that the dots are the top and bottom of the moon. So we're gonna lay this down first and then we'll come back in with this and then fill in the stars, okay?
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
And I feel like waiting to put the frame on is really helpful too.
Yes.
Especially if you start getting close to the edges and things
because
like
the thing is you can put this frame in here and double check where you want it to go. which is a good rule of thumb. So I actually want it to be more down here. And let's bring in our sister frame and see where exactly we want it. I think right there will be good. Beautiful. Okay.
Gorgeous.
It's still not right. This would also be something good for you to keep one and like give your best friend the second one.
Friendship canvases.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we're doing this on a heat setting of 2, and we're just coming in and adding our HTV.
Love it. Love it. Now, if you guys have ever tried to stick adhesive vinyl to a canvas like this, not as much luck. Not as much luck. HTV does so well on canvases. I feel like adhesive vinyl is just so hard. You can stick down adhesive vinyl to canvas, but it's just not as well adhered. So HTV is always a safe bet.
Okay, so now we want to place
Next layer.
our next layer, which should be fit just about in here. So pretty much what you're looking for with this one is you just want to make sure that none of the pieces are touching. So for example, this one, we know that this needs to go on the top and these two have to go on the outside of this star. But what you really want to do is come back through here and make sure no other pieces are touching. And you can see I have a dot right here that is touching this little swirl guy. So I'm just going to bring it over just a tad and maybe even up just a tad, about like that. Beautiful. So you just want to make sure that all of these swirls are not touching each other. Now, if you want to, you need to keep this and you can lay this back down to cover all of the other HTV to make sure that it stays down and it's not touched by the iron. So now we're just going to come through here and lay all these pieces down. All these pieces. Was that right? Yeah, that's right. Sounds right. Okay. So once all of that is down, we're just going to pull this back. Oh, obviously I didn't get that one enough heat. Once again, just be slow pulling up your HTV to make sure everything gets stuck down really well. Beautiful and gorgeous. Look at that.
Love it.
And I'm really loving this because these are kind of, other than the rose gold that we're bringing in here, these are a little bit more manly. Like this looks more manly, and this is what Reese said back to Farah. Oh. So Farah said this one. Oh. Farah said to the people who look at the stars and wish, and then Reese responded.
Oh. So wait, is it a love story?
Yes.
I'm only like 2 chapters in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm not even 2 chapters in. I just started while I was cleaning my bedroom this weekend.
You've not met Tamlin yet.
I don't even know who you're talking about.
Beautiful. I love it. I am going to be obsessed watching this play out for Alicia.
Yes. If I can stay committed.
You better.
Gabriel, you don't have to worry about overheating the vinyl as you layer. We're not like holding heat on one spot for too long, so it's totally fine. And it's cooling down in between the layers too. So you're heating one up, it's cooling down, and then you're gonna keep adding the other layers. So it's not a big deal.
And then this one.
It looks so good overhead. I love it.
We're just laying where to fill in all of the spots. And then I'm also going to bring this in and just kind of use it as necessary. Like these pieces are already covered, so I'm okay there. But like when you get toward the edge, you may want to like lay this down and cover that to make sure you get everything. Oh no.
But
and there we go.
Yeah. Cute.
I love
I wonder if you can capture the shimmer if you like.
Let me get it put on the frame first.
Okay.
So now to put it on the frame, of course, all you're gonna do is you're gonna flip it upside down. Now, we had it placed there exactly where we want it, so I'm just gonna flip it, and what I like to do is staple all along one side. You're gonna stretch it to the other side and then staple the other side, and then I do the tops and the bottoms, just so I can get a good feel for where it's gonna be on the canvas. Okay, so now that I've got it on that side, I'm going to pull it this way in the middle right here. Oh no. What in the world? There we go. Then I'm gonna pull this side up to this corner probably. We'll pull this side down this way.
Everyone's loving that they like complement each other, like in a masculine and feminine way.
I know.
I didn't realize that it was male, female, but like now I love it. Kristen says, is it because of using the mini that you don't have to worry about doing the tack down method like you would if you're using a full heat press? I don't tack my stuff down unless I'm worried about it moving, and where the HTV transfer tape is sticky, I don't normally even have to worry about it. There's very few projects that I actually like tack down before I fully press it.
Yeah.
I feel like I did it the other day for something. I was doing a puff vinyl and regular vinyl shirt the other day for a friend, and I feel like I had to tack down for that for some reason. But normally you don't even have to do that.
Now, this is why it's very important to staple your canvas before you nail it down or staple it down, is because trying to stretch like that tiny portion right there, it ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna work. So utilize that extra before cutting it off, because I just like to come back in here, cut this off, see where I might need to tack it down some more. And if you can, try your best to get your staples closer to the inside. That way you have more room to cut on the outside. And then we're just going to cut this excess off like this.
Beauty.
And then decide where we want to, like right here, I think could use like another quick little, nope, not that quick little staple. We're gonna get another one up there. I think we could use one there. I feel like right there we could use one. And ta-da!
Beautiful.
Look!
I love it. Gorgina, that looks so good.
Georgina Bobina.
Okay, love it. Are you kidding me?
Even after the mishap.
Even after the mishap, like, you can still make it happen. Don't give up. This is Lauren's message to the world. Never give up.
Never give up. Never back down.
Here, let me see this one. Okay, you say, we're gonna recite. Okay, you be, what's her name?
Sarah.
What's my
Sarah,
name?
darling.
Wait, what's my name?
Resand.
Resand?
Well, they call him Reese.
Reese, okay.
But resand.
Okay, I'm ready.
To the people who look at the stars and wish.
And today we're going to be doing another paper craft.
Yes, but today we are taking trash and turning it into treasure, which makes my thrifting heart so
mine too.
happy.
I love it.
As crafters, we have to a lot of times we will just take what we have and turn it into something beautiful, and we truly are taking packaging, trash that you would normally throw in the trash, and we're turning it into something beautiful. And I really think you all are gonna love this.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we've been talking, and we do this at boot camp. Like, we will be like, which one do you think is gonna be the best? Like, which one do you think is gonna perform the best? And like, which one are they gonna go crazy over? This is a top contender. And I think it's because you all love to reuse, and like, it's a kind of that like innovative feeling. You feel like you're getting really the most bang for your buck. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. I hope you guys are ready, because I just think this is the coolest thing ever. Let's go overhead. I'm gonna show you what we're making first. So if you didn't see it in the thumbnail, we're making this adorable, first of all, it's a sunflower. Okay, I'm obsessed. I love a sunflower.
So cute.
I know, it's adorable. So we've got a sunflower, and then we've got our little raisinets in here. So I've got some raisinets here. We've got some M&Ms, because I thought we could do M&Ms in there. But we're going to be cutting this out of cardstock, and then we're gonna be assembling it, and then we're gonna add this plastic piece. Now, if you saw the preview of the video on the thumbnail, it said made out of trash, question mark, exclamation point. And this is what is happening here. So if you guys have ever stopped at the Dollar Tree, you know they have the Crafter Square brand of craft items. I want to show you all how cool this is. We're taking this, so we're taking this double-sided tape, which we've linked for you all. And look, we're gonna flip her over. We're gonna trim off all the pieces that we don't need, and that's gonna be our middle piece. So you're getting this, and you're getting double-sided tape that you can use for other projects.
I mean, you can't beat it, because you're you're buying a craft supply.
Yes.
And you're taking the trash and turning it into a craft.
It's so cool.
And you could even use the double-sided adhesive for this craft.
I know, it's crazy.
I mean, you can't beat it.
You really can't. So anyways, you're gonna need that double-sided tape. You're gonna need some candy. Now you can do whatever candy, just think about the size of it. You're not gonna wanna do anything like super big. You could even do like little Skittles or mini M&Ms. Also, have you guys seen the little Skittles in the tube, like the mini M&Ms? Have you seen them?
No. They have mini Skittles?
Yeah, they're called little Skittles.
That's so cute, little Skittles.
So anyways, also the back.
You could do a cute little, like, just regular flower with like a yellow center and do jelly beans.
Like do colorfuls. Because really, this is a sunflower, but you could do different colors and it would look like a dahlia or another flower. So very cute, lots of different options here, and y'all know we like to encourage you to use what you have. So if you don't have yellow and brown, use whatever other colors you have that make sense to you, that you think will look pretty, and I think it's gonna turn out good no matter what. So you're gonna need just a few little things. This is the Precision Craft Glue. Now, Ashley Falco came and visited us a few weeks ago. She helped Super Tight come up with this glue formula, this bottle, and all that. And so we have been kind of married to this glue. So this is just a good paper craft glue. And Sadie, are we super zoomed in, or are we good? Okay, because I zoomed us in earlier. So this is just a precision tip glue. The brand is Super Tight. Now, you can use whatever glue that you've got, like hot glue would work for this one. You could use double-sided adhesive. You know, we just bought some double-sided tape. You could use that. I don't know that Elmer's glue would be the best.
No.
Maybe a glue stick.
Yeah.
A glue stick would be okay.
Possibly.
The reason I say Elmer's glue would be like a no for me is because sometimes when you use those like liquidy Elmer's glues, it will shrivel your paper up.
Yes.
And then we just don't want that. That's like a no-no. So anyways, use whatever paper glue. The Barely Art brand is really good. Lots of people use that. And then I've got the Ashley Falco paper here. We're gonna be using a brown and a yellow.
Oh, one thing I did see that you have forgot about.
What?
I will go grab it.
Okay.
The foam pad to use to lay the paper on.
I literally walked out there to grab that earlier.
I'll get it.
Okay. So I've got yellow and blue cardstock. This is what I would consider a medium cardstock, and this is the Celebration Warehouse Ashley Falco brand cardstock that we swear by. Lynn, if you're looking for the MGL Facebook link and you're a member, go log in, and then you can go to your dashboard and select Facebook group, and it's right there. I've got a standard grip mat here. Now, when you're working with paper, and you heard us talk about this earlier in the week, typically you're gonna wanna use a light grip mat. Thank you. But we're using a well-loved standard grip mat. So sometimes you'll see me and Lauren and Tina grab standard grip mats for paper projects, but only a well-loved standard grip. So if this was brand new, it would be way too sticky for paper, and the paper would actually stick to the mat. But we've used this a ton. You can even tell, like, put tape on here. It's not the cleanest, but it's like the right tack. And a lot of times we will fill our mats, and that's how we pick which one we're going to use. I'm just being really honest with you all. That's kind of how we do it. But this mat is perfect for what we need. If you got a light grip mat, I would recommend using that though.
Is there a link for the glue that we're using?
I'm not sure if Mary Catherine used it. I'm sure she linked glue. I just don't know if she linked that glue. I would have to look at it. So we've got these right here. Now, if you don't know what these are for fondant. And so they look kind of crazy, but I want to show you all this flower. So do you see how all of the petals are kind of curled up? We use these to get that effect, and Ashley taught us that as well.
Yep.
So I was like, my mind is blown. That's crazy. Now these are from Amazon. So
they're
these
just fondant tools. Did you tell them that?
Yes,
okay.
They're just fondant tools. These are these have some weight. Like they're thick, they're heavy. This is like a silicone gripper on them. But did you know the Dollar Tree in the cake decorating area has the same thing? Look, right here. You can use that. Honestly, you could use this little one and you could use this one too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So if you've got a Dollar Tree, you're going to be going to get some other supplies. Just grab you one of these if they have it. It is a cake decorating tool set, but listen, like we said, we're being resourceful.
Yep.
We're being resourceful. So use what you can get your hands on today so you can get this craft made. Now, you do need a mat, some type of like rubber mat or like something that has a little give to it.
Now, I brought
this is our heat pad mat.
Yeah, right? So that black mat is the one that came with our heat press, but I did also bring the Cricut mat because I feel like most of you all are gonna have the Cricut mat.
Yeah.
We tried both of them. The Cricut mat will work because it does have some give to it. If you have it, use it, it will work.
Yes.
We found that the rubber mat though that came off of our heat press gave us enough give, but also enough stability.
Yeah.
That it worked the best. So that's why I brought both of those in here so you all can see the two options.
And you can use like a mouse pad if you've got a mouse pad. They even have special pads that you can purchase.
You could, they do have pads you can purchase, but you could double up a mouse pad and it would be perfect.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that would be like the perfect amount. So anyways, that's all the supplies that you need. So what we're gonna do first, let's hop into the supplies that you all need. So if you're here and this is your first time here this week, then you probably haven't signed up for boot camp. So if you're wanting to sign up, Sadie's gonna drop the link in there for you. It's got little camping, little tent emoji. Click that link. You can just give us your email and we're gonna send you all the files and everything, and you're gonna get access to this page that I'm on right now. So I'm gonna just scroll down. We've done day 1. Day 2 was our Stanley toppers. This was intricate cuts yesterday. And then today we are working on this Dollar Tree DIY shaker card, okay? And I actually decided last minute that we're gonna add, if we can go overhead, I'm gonna add a little saying back here, and you guys are gonna love the saying I picked. I made it up.
Are you using it?
Oh yeah, I'm using it. I'm using it.
I liked it.
We're gonna add a little saying on the back. I think that'll be cute, and that way it's like more of a card because there's no writing on it, but I just feel like it'd be fun to have some type of sentiment on the back of there. So anyways, this is the card we're making, and then you can see right here, we've got all of the supplies that we just talked about. So you're not gonna need a whole lot. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the craft. So your cut file that you're gonna need is right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and click that file, okay? And this is what it's gonna look like whenever you open it, okay? We're gonna hit download. And then it's gonna pop up here into a zip folder. If you don't see it pop up here, check your downloads folder, and then you should be able to search sunflower-with-center and it'll pop up if you can't see it directly. And sometimes it saves to your desktop too, so just keep an eye out. And then what we're gonna do is open up Cricut, okay? I was playing around this morning, let's delete that. And then I'm gonna go to upload. Over here on the left side is where we have our upload, okay? And then we're gonna go to upload image, all right? Now, we're at our upload page. Let's open up our Finder again so you can see this is where it downloaded. If for some reason you can't find it, just open up your search, or what do they call it on PC? Like the home, where you hit
like
home. The start.
Start.
Yeah, open up your start menu and go to your downloads and then find it. Now, you don't need to like double click on this or anything. All I'm gonna do is click and drag and just, it pops right into Design Space. It's as easy as that, y'all. So easy. And then you're gonna hit upload. Now, it's in Design Space, but we want to add it to our canvas. So all you need to do is select the image, and you'll see it pop up right down here. If you accidentally select the wrong one, you can X off of it, and it'll get rid of it. Like if I accidentally selected this one, and I was like, oops.
Select multiple.
Yeah, if you selected too many, and you were like, oh crap, I only need the sunflower. Yeah, you can just delete these. So easy. So, and then you're just going to hit add to canvas. Okay, so we've got our sunflower in here. Let's zoom in, okay? Let's just get up close and personal. Now, this one is pretty much fit to the circular piece that we're using. If you're feeling frisky and you're getting really crafty on your own, you may need to resize the middle of your flower. So if you're using like, in my brain, I was thinking, oh, I could use one of the half of the Christmas ornament domes. You know how we like use those double-sided Christmas ornaments? You could use something like that and do like a dome sunflower. Or if you just got something else that you want to use here that's circular, you may need to resize it. So I want to show you all how you can do that. But if you're using that Crafter Square double-sided tape plastic piece, like you don't really need to resize it. Okay. So when you pull in this paper image, this SVG, it's going to be grouped together. And the reason I know that is because when I click on different elements, it's got one bounding box. And then over here, I have a layer with multiple sub layers underneath it. So they're kind of to the side of this layer. Okay. That's how I know. And then another way to know is when I hover over this ungroup and group button, it's going to say ungroup, meaning it's already grouped. So what we're gonna do first is ungroup, okay? Now, look how the layers panel changed. Now we just have the 6 individual layers, okay? So what we're gonna do next, you can see I can pull all these pieces apart and nothing else needs to be resized. Now, if you were wanting to do something smaller, you can obviously do that, but y'all, these are usually paper projects are already sized to what they need to be, okay?
We try to make sure that they are sized so they're just a pull in and cut kind of situation.
Absolutely. Sandy asked if we have other flower paper crafts. Sandy, we're about to blow your mind. We have so many. If you get on our website, if you're not a member yet, I want to encourage you to go to our website and just type in like 3D flower.
This one and the orchid are my 2 favorites.
The orchid,
that we've done.
And I think the orchid's inside the membership now. Because it was a boot camp that we pulled off the channel.
It is. So when you become a member, you get access to some of those projects that we've done. We did Forget-Me-Nots. We did for Make-a-thon this year, we did the photo flower picture holder. So we love a flower paper project. Yeah.
Don't put it past us. So now, this is the only piece that we would want to resize. We may have to manually adjust this one a little bit.
You would have to adjust all 3.
Right.
You would have to adjust everything.
Well, so that's what I was going to say though. So if you have a centerpiece that's just a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, you don't necessarily have to adjust the flowers. Typically with paper projects, I would say adjust everything all together. You never want to move anything without moving the rest of the SVG. But like this one, let's say for instance, this piece right here, like you just needed it to be like a hair smaller. And then you would want to manually adjust this one so it kind of was proportional. You don't really have to adjust the flower as much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you shouldn't be having to adjust these a whole lot. So I'm just gonna undo all that because it was already sized to what I needed it to be.
But what I think we need to do, and correct me if you think I'm wrong,
Okay.
is show them how they could get the measurements of something.
Absolutely.
Like get the measurements of what
Yes.
we're using and then adjust that accordingly.
Yes, okay. So let's say that I'm gonna put this green mat. Actually, let's put this pink paper under here. Tell me if y'all can see this better. Can y'all see that? Okay, cool. So let's say we hadn't measured this piece out. We just got this SVG and we thought, oh, I'm gonna use this little clear piece for my raisinets. What you're gonna need to do is measure the portion that's gonna be showing. So we're not actually gonna be using this outside portion, and honestly, let's just go ahead and cut it off. So we only need this raised portion in the middle and then the lip around the edge. I don't even technically need this edge. So what I'm gonna do is come around here and cut that off. Okay, you do want to keep a little bit of that lip because we need something to attach it to our cardstock. So I'm just gonna go all the way around. Okay, and you're gonna be left with something like this. So you can see it's raised and it has the edge still, so we can actually attach it. Okay, and then what you're gonna wanna do is measure this raised area. Okay, that's the piece that we want poking through the top. We don't want this part showing, we only want this part showing. So we're gonna measure this, okay? So this is like 2.75. It's 2.75, okay. I'm just double checking. Measure twice, 3 times if you're feeling crazy.
Yep.
Measure twice, cut once. So now let's go back into Design Space. So this square or this circle right here, you can't really know what the measurement of this inner circle is. So what I would do is I would go to my basic shapes and I'm gonna just get a circle, okay? What I'm gonna do is change the measurements of this circle to the measurements of the circle we just measured. So I'm gonna make it 2.75. Okay, so we know this is exactly the size of our little plastic piece. Now look, if we put it in there, it fits.
It fits.
It fits. So now you would see that lip a little bit right there, but it's clear, so it's not really that important. Now if you wanted to, you could technically shrink this down a little bit.
Now I don't think you could.
Technically.
I think if you were resizing, number one, you have to measure.
Yes.
But I would still want my sunflower, the middle part, that part, I truly think that having a little bit of wiggle room, so having that, let's call it a 1/4 inch. It's not even a 1/4 inch, really.
It's barely, y'all.
It's probably more like an 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
You want to see a little bit of white between what you measured, the circle you brought in, and that brown piece.
Yes.
Because that's going to ensure if the
Like if
plastic
it's
piece is
tapered.
tapered. Thank you. You took the words out of my mouth.
I think it is a little bit on, like, I don't know if y'all can tell, but it's like just barely
tapered out.
Yeah.
But that will give you some wiggle room just in case it is.
And y'all, if you're unsure and you're like, I don't want to cut this whole project out because I don't know if it's sized right, you can just cut out that center piece. So let me show you how you would do that. If you were really unsure about your measurements and you're like, I don't know if I want to cut everything out, all you have to do, y'all, is go over here and hide everything. Just hide all your layers that you don't want to cut out. And look, you could just cut that. And then you can fit it over top of your piece. Okay, so we've got everything that we need in Design Space. All right, let's carry on. We don't need to do anything else here. So what we're gonna do next, I did hide my little circle that we use for measurement. Just hide it, you don't need it anymore. And then we're gonna go to Make It. I am using an Explore 3 today. And you can see here, our mats defaulted to 12 by 24. I love that for us. If your mat does that, I just like to go and change it because look, it's trying to tell me to cut. And I don't have 24-inch yellow cardstock. I just don't have it. I'm gonna change that to 12. So these all went to 12. Perfect. That's Perfect. So now we're gonna go to continue, and then it's gonna load, and we are going to browse all materials. Now I already have medium cardstock here, but if you don't and you're looking for it, because that's the cut setting we would use, you'd hit browse all materials and just type in medium cardstock, okay? And then hit done. Now, you're gonna keep it on default pressure. We're gonna use a fine point blade. If you've been using your machine a lot lately, I do recommend a fresh blade for paper projects because it will tear your project up sometimes. But yeah, so we're starting with our brown. So I'm just gonna put this on here and get my burnishing tool. And we're just gonna flatten this out. Let me move all this over here. Okay, and now we're gonna load this into our machine. Beautiful. It's gonna measure the mat and we're gonna cut it.
Oh yeah, Kathy asked us, what about the words?
Oh, we'll go back and add the words.
Okay.
We can go back and add the words here in just a minute. Honestly, did you guys know, I'm gonna hit go on this. Did y'all know that you can open up multiple pages of your Cricut? Like, let's go File, New Window. Looky here. I can work on stuff while this is doing what it's needing to do.
Yes.
So I'm wanting to put a little card on the back of my sunflower. So let's just open this one and hit customize, or we can just start a new project. And I'm gonna measure the back of this sunflower that we already have. So y'all will kind of know how big you need it to be. So you're gonna wanna measure the back of it. So 3.5, maybe let's do 3.25. No, 3.5 will be good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a basic shape, just a circle, and we're gonna change that to 3.5.
So
we're gonna be using this little circle, and I'm gonna change it to pink because we're gonna be writing it on pink. I'm doing like a hot pink, or like actually it's like a true pink, I would say. And you don't have to change it to the color. I just like, for designing purposes, I kind of like to see, that's close enough. I kind of like to see like what I'm working with. So let's zoom in here. Now, these will not, the pink and the pen are not gonna be linked in our boot camp supplies.
This is a literal last minute.
I literally decided before we go in, I was like, we need to add some type of writing element on the back of here. So what I'm gonna do is add this to the back of the card. I just made a circle that is the same size as the back of our sunflower. And I'm just going to add a text box. Now, you guys, are y'all ready to hear what I came up with? I hope you think it's funny, or else I'm gonna feel like an idiot. So what I thought, since we're putting raisinettes in there, I thought we should put the bar, ... your raisinette. Does it make sense?
I love it. You're raising the bar.
Like you're raising it. You're raising it. Or you could put like cool kids. You're raising it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all can come
a barn. You're not raising.
A barn. Good thing you weren't raising it.
Sometimes we're real dumb, guys.
Yeah, listen, sometimes our creativity comes out in really weird ways.
Yeah.
Okay,
we couldn't be songwriters.
No, we would definitely, we would get fired.
You're gonna have to put you are.
I know. No, I'm not going to. I'm gonna change the font. This Cricut Sans is giving me a run for my money. Okay, so we're gonna select fonts, and we're gonna use system fonts. And I've already got a bunch of our sketch fonts downloaded. If you all have never used this sketch font, these are specifically for writing with your Cricut. So
they're all loving it, by the way.
Are they? Oh my gosh. See, y'all are my people. I knew that you guys would appreciate my humor. So anyways, the bar, you're raising it. That's what we're going with. And I'm just going to use the sketch font. So these are like single line fonts that that are exclusive to Maker's Gonna Learn. And when you become a member, you get access to these. They're just in with our other fonts. So there's lots of really cute ones that you can use here. Some fonts don't have like characters, if that makes sense. Like they won't have the dots or the...
Also, I don't think that's how you spell raisinette. Oh yeah, it is. It's right there.
For
some reason, I thought it was 2 T's and another E.
I thought it was 2, like
yeah, like a. Who are the Rockettes?
The Rockettes.
The Rockettes.
That would be E-T-T-E.
I couldn't think of it. The Rockettes.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay.
Listen, my grandfather loved the Rockettes.
Oh, I did.
They're still a thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we need to go see them.
To New York.
Yeah, me neither. I've never been to New York. Oh, the bar, question mark, you're raising it. Okay, Aaliyah, you're helping me out here.
I love it.
Let's do it. I like the question mark
Kathy said
better.
the same thing. Should it not be? But no, on the package, it is spelled like it is on.
This is proof, everybody. Raisinets. Here it is. This is your proof. Okay, so I'm going to keep it like this. The bar, you're raisinette, because I want it to say raisinets. And then I'm just going to select both of these, and we're going to align and center because I need it to be in the perfectly center.
Kimberly said they must be boy raisins. LOL.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Hey, we can be friends.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got both layers selected. And now when you're writing with your Cricut, here's a little extra tutorial for you guys today. If you've never written with your Cricut, you need to attach your writing to whatever piece you're cutting out. And so right now, first of all, our words are set to basic cut. Our Cricut thinks that we want to cut this font out of this circle. We do not want to do that. So you need to select it in your layers panel, come over here to operation, and we're going to select pen.
Okay, one other thing before we get started, or before we keep going, we have had so many people ask us, what font is that? We have sketch fonts on our website.
Let me just show them.
Yeah, show them the sketch fonts on our website. And actually, since we said we were giving away fonts and files and everything for boot camp, we'll just go ahead and add this font. I think, why not?
Yeah, let's
go
add
ahead
it.
and add this font to the supply list. It's gonna have to be probably after the live, unless Sin, shout out Sin, if you can add that to the
Sin, where you at?
She's here. She's been commenting.
Oh,
if you
okay,
could
cool.
add that to the boot camp page, that would be great. But Cricut Access has writing fonts, and so when we realized that they had writing fonts, but like there's no other way, we just decided to create some sketch fonts. So
Yeah,
these are monoline, single line sketch fonts.
These are just so good. They're so cute. You can use these. We use these for one of our venture projects to make like a giant card. You can use these for so many different things. And all you need, you can use Crayola markers in the Cricut. Did you know that? You can use Cricut brand markers. Listen, get crazy, get creative. And there's so many. Look, y'all, there's 2 whole pages, and that's a lot. So lots of different options here. There's even script, so you can use those. And then now, Sin's asking, we want to add Artsy Amy sketch font to our zip folder for you guys. So y'all are going to be able to get this font, this little bonus from me and Lauren today.
Bonus, we're giving you another sketch font.
Yes. So make sure that you change this to the pen operation, and it'll say draw on your layers panel. Okay, and then we're going to select both layers, so the circle and the words, and we're going to attach them. This is the only way that Cricut knows that that is where you want your writing. Okay, so now I can hide my sunflower because we don't need it. We don't need that anymore. And then we can actually cut and draw all this out. So I'm just going to go make it from here. We'll get back to the sunflower here in a second, but while we're over here, we'll go ahead and cut out our little circle, and we want to change it to a 12 by 12 mat. Okay, so here's our little pieces. Okay, now we're going to do our writing. So I've got my pink cardstock here. You can use whatever color you think complements your sunflower. If you're doing different colors on your flower, just do a complementary color. Okay. And then we are using, why is it saying it can't connect? Rude. Okay, make sure my cords are plugged in. And then, what? Why is it saying that?
What?
It doesn't want to connect to my Explorer. Maybe because I have another.
You have another cut.
So you need to hit. I need
Done.
Yeah.
You have to hit done on this one.
Yeah, we'll go.
And then you'll go back to your other window.
Yeah. Give me a second. She's hiding.
There it is. Now, refresh it. So you can't cut. So this is the thing. People were asking, how did you do that? You can't cut when two windows are open. You can design in one window, cut in another. So you can be cutting one thing in one window, open a new window, design in it, but you can't connect to your machine until you hit done or cancel the cut from the first tab.
Yeah, and unless you have more than one machine going, which some people
Yes.
get crazy and do that.
I mean, I've seen
Talking to you,
people
Ashley.
have 5, 6 machines going at one time and all connected Bluetooth to different machines.
It's next level.
That is next level.
Like, it hurts my brain. So 2 screens is the most I can do. Now we're gonna do this on medium cardstock, and look, Cricut's gonna tell us exactly what to do. It's gonna tell me to load my black pen in the clamp A and my fine point in the clamp B. So I brought in a black pen, and y'all, if the pen fits, it ships.
Yep.
If you can put the pen in here, you can use it. And all you have to do is open that clamp, and you're gonna push this in. Listen, everybody be quiet. Did you hear that? That
Everybody
was
quiet.
paid actor. That was a paid actor right there.
It really was. That was extremely loud.
It was like louder than normal.
It was louder than normal.
It was like, let me just show off.
let me show up and show out for our boot camp people.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so fine point blade, pen. Now we're just gonna load this in. Oh my gosh. Raise your hand if you've never seen a Cricut write before, because you're about to get your mind blown. I just feel like this is like,
I know.
so fun. My little circle, see, and then it's gonna fit right back there. That's so cute. I'm obsessed.
Okay, put the cap back on the pen because the last time okay, good. The last time I wrote with a Cricut, I left it in there and dried the pen out.
Listen, I do be doing that too. It's okay.
Listen, Linda.
I do. Listen, Linda. Okay, I'm gonna go back to our sunflower and we're gonna cut it out. Okay. So, we're only need. I've already cut out 3 because I didn't want. It kind of takes a while. Let me make sure I'm cutting the right layer. So, there's 4 layers of flowers. Let me move this mat. Well, there's 4 layers of flowers. So, and they're all kind of different sizes. And we're going to be assembling them kind of staggered like so. Okay, give it like that realistic effect. But I want to cut, oh, I thought there was 4 layers. Where's my 4th layer? Am I tripping? Let's go back. Oh, I hid one on accident. I was like, I know there's 4 layers. I know. So there's 2 big ones and then 2 small ones.
How can you tell the difference?
That one goes out a little past the 11. That one goes a little.
That's smaller.
A little smaller than the 11. That one goes a little past the 10.
And the smallest. Okay, so
that's
the first
one I
is
need.
The biggest. You need the smallest.
Yeah, I need the little BB.
The BB.
The BB. So we're gonna hit continue, and I'm gonna put my yellow cardstock on here.
Oh, Okay.
Okay, Sadie's is probably Dolly. Okay, we've got all of our pieces, and I'm just gonna cut. Whenever I paper craft, I like to have piles. I got my piles ready to go, ready to assemble. Now that one is done cutting. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna start curling these petals. I think I wanna use this guy. So you need something that is squishy, has a little bit of give, not too squishy though. You want a little bit of stability. Mouse pads, doubled up are good. If you've got a Cricut heat mat, these are really good. This is our heat pad for our press.
Yeah.
And so all you're gonna do is take your little fondant tool and you're gonna push into your flour. And you don't have to be like super consistent with it, like, because it's a flour. You don't want them all going the same direction. You can kind of do some more, like if you push it down here more, it's gonna pull it up on the corner more. So play around with it, and it does take a minute to kind of get used to. I try to do it without actually bending my paper. I like to stay in here sometimes too because you can't see if the paper accidentally creases, but then also you kind of want to like curl up your edges. Okay. We're just going to work our way around. Yeah. Okay. You could totally also, yes, our bone folders in here. If you want to take a bone folder, this is a good paper crafting tool. These are something that we go to all the time when we're working with paper crafts. It helps you do really sharp creased edges, but also it helps curl flowers. So you.
What just happened? Oh, you tore it off.
He loves me not. Don't be so aggressive. Okay, so you're just, it just popped right off. So you're just going to, first of all, hold the base of your petal.
Just kind of curl.
Yeah, you just literally, like kind of, I'm grabbing the back of the
I just watched it on the video.
It's fine. It's fine.
Somebody said a melon baller, like those little kitchen gadget tools, would be great for this.
Oh, yes. See, I love the innovation people. So I'm just holding the base with one hand. Take your dominant hand. I've got my thumb right here. I'm going to put my pointer finger behind the petal. That way it's got something to push against, and then you can curl it up. And you don't have to do every one. You don't have to do every other one either. You can do like 2 in a row and then skip one and do another. So you can see this is how we kind of create some dimension. Beautiful. And you're going to do it to all of these layers. So I'm just going to keep working, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Do y'all have any questions about anything that we've done so far? This is a good time for Q&A.
What somebody did ask what that was. Those are actually fondant tools. And at the beginning of the show, Alicia, we did find some at Dollar Tree. You can use the ones that you find at Dollar Tree. I mean, there's so many different options.
Yeah, for sure. So and honestly, y'all can take more time to do this and do it neater. I'm just wanting to get like a good variation of stuff quickly so y'all can so I can show you guys what it's going to look like all put together. All right. Don't tear your petals off. But the good thing about paper crafting is if you mess up, you can just recut. Honestly, I could probably just go without that layer, but I spent so much time curling my petals.
I know.
And like I can see a couple I want to kind of curl the tip. Gosh, Becky.
Did you break another one?
No.
Oh, did you lie?
No.
I can watch it on the video. I mean, it's behind and I can sit here and watch.
Oh man. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna double check this because I just cut the smallest flower. That looks gigantic. No, it's right. Oh, God. I was having a freak out. I thought I didn't measure it right. Okay. And I mean, really, if you just have a bone folder and you wanted to just curl these edges up, honey, you could just go in here and curl these edges up. You don't have to do all that crazy fondant stuff. But the fondant rollers do make it look cool. So, and you get like real good with this. Like you get in a rhythm as long as you don't rip your petals off. Obviously, that's an issue. As long as you don't,
I mean, yeah.
Obviously, I have problems with that. And like I said, they don't have to be the same. Cuteness, cuteness, cute.
Everybody's saying missing petals makes it look more realistic. That's exactly right because there is nothing perfect in nature.
That's right. Okay, and then this one, this is my smallest flower. It's gigantic. I don't know what happened. Hold on, let's move this over. This is the one we just cut. It's huge. I mean.
It's the biggest one.
Okay. I mean, y'all saw me do that, right? Y'all saw me do it. Cut the smallest one?
Did you cut the very first one?
No, I cut this one. I don't know what it is, you guys. Just whatever.
Okay.
It's fine. Cricut's just playing games on me sometimes. Okay. Here we go, people. Did anybody have any
Brenda
questions?
said you could use a pencil. That's a really good, like curling it around the pencil and just kind of working the way up.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Hey, I was thinking, we've got this mechanical
Try a weeding
pencil.
tool.
No, I'm trying to find a good roundy. What about this Cricut pen?
Yeah.
Pray, let's say a prayer I don't rip this. I'm gonna hold the base of it. So I've got a pen here. I'm just kind of holding
this. It doesn't have
this.
to curl too much.
Yeah, and I'm holding it from the back of my thumb.
Oh my gosh.
That's good right there.
That's the ticket right there.
Yeah, that's money.
Money.
Money, honey. I'm gonna skip a few. We'll have some extra curly ones.
1, 2, skip a few.
99, 100. Okay, cool. That looks good. Whoever gave it, who said that? Who said to use a pencil? You get a golden
There was a couple
star.
people did. I just, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, we got all of our little pieces minus
Honestly,
a petal.
everyone's
minus one
having such great ideas today.
I know. What the
I've
heck,
seen
you
some really
guys?
good idea.
Look how much dimension
Are
we
you
have.
guys working for us now?
Are you guys? You're hired.
You're hired.
You're hired. Okay, so I've got, this is the very back piece. Now, like I said, you can use the double-sided tape that we had here. You can use your glue, whatever. I don't recommend Elmer's glue. This glue right here is really good. It's like precision tip glue. And, here it goes. This is the Super Tight brand. I don't know that this one isn't linked for you all, but we did link the double-sided adhesive, and it does not take a lot. That doesn't look like a lot, but like that's enough. That's plenty. Okay, and then I'm just gonna stack these, and I'm kind of staggering the leaves, okay? I want them to go into the windows of the other petals. And then I've got this one. Oh wait, make sure you're doing them in order. I did rip a petal, but I think when we put our brown pieces on, it's gonna cover it up. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. Okay. Wow, it's Gorgina. Gorgina.
Tina,
Bobina.
this is not DAP glue. This is
Super Tight.
Super Tight.
Precision craft glue. I don't know why I said it like craft glue. Okay, and then this guy, we're gonna put right in the middle.
Did I miss something?
What?
Lindsay. I don't see it. Oh. I'm going back.
What did you, what? I'm out of the
I'm
loop.
looking for it.
Okay, so I'm just gonna add this brown piece on. You just kind of have to
Oh,
eyeball.
snap.
I'm gonna pick out the baby Raisinets. If you're doing this for someone you don't know, wash your hands. But like, we're probably gonna eat these after. I'm gonna get a paper towel and scooch this over. Some of these, I think we use knockoff Raisinets because these are real because they're shrivelly. That's how you know. Look at them. Look at these.
Are those chocolate covered peanuts or Raisinets?
No, they're Raisinets.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're just not shriveled. So I'm just picking out the little baby ones that'll fit in here because you want this to sit flush. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to show you all a hack on how to flip this over too. A little fun hacky hack. Okay, one to grow them. The good thing about this project is that you're going to give somebody all the little ones and you can eat all the big ones yourself. Mm-hmm. Now, what I would do, let's move all these out of the way. Okay. I didn't know the best way to do that. Are we in the view? What I would do is take a piece of cardstock, put it on the back, flip it over. Okay, so they're on there. We're gonna remove the cardstock. You know what I didn't do? Add glue. But what you can do,
Flip it back over, add the glue.
no, I'm just gonna lift up
Okay,
these
okay.
edges and add it that way. And you're gonna have to kind of let this sit for a minute.
One for the project, one for me.
One for you, one for me. I love this precision tip glue.
Are those knockoff Raisinets? Is that why they're spelled wrong? Are they from the Dollar Tree?
No, the other ones are knockoffs though.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just gonna kind of hold this down for a minute. This dry, I think it even says it's got a fast dry time. It says, nope, I just made that up. I just made that up in my head. It dries translucent and strong is what it says. Oh, it's already getting tacky. So I'm just gonna kind of hold this on here for a minute.
And you don't need a lot of glue because you don't want the glue seeping into your candy.
Yeah, and it's gonna look kind of like crusty a little for there before we put this on, but then, hold on, I'm gonna keep holding this down because I want it to stay. Okay, I'm gonna eat a raisinette while we're sitting here. Okay, I've been deprived of chocolate for
Why
like
didn't
2
you
months.
open up the M&Ms?
Because I know, I'm gonna open them.
M&Ms.
I'm gonna open them when we leave. Now,
Okay.
I'm gonna take my little topper piece and put the glue on this piece rather than putting it on the flour. Go. And then I'm just gonna push. I'm gonna apply pressure all the way around. What do you guys think? That's it. Also, she's bigger. She's a big mama.
Oh, wow.
But like,
I like.
that's cute.
Did
like
you add
a
it to
pear.
the back? Your little saying?
Oh no.
Hee hee.
That was our little extra bonus. I'm worried that's not gonna stay on there. I'm gonna hold it. Oh, so I'm gonna take the bar, you're raising it, and we're gonna put a little bit of glue, just a little. Little goes a long way with this precision glue.
Nina, what is your question? There are so many comments that type your question again, and I promise you I am watching the comments to answer your question.
We are waiting on you. Okay. Look how cute the bar. You're raising it. You're raising it. I also feel like, do you guys watch New Girl? I feel like that's a Schmidt joke. Like I feel like Schmidt from New Girl would say that and think it was hilarious. Anyways, there you go.